Hey guys, it's Rob Drew with Strategy Simple, and today we're going to kick off a new video series that is going to be talking about lead management for B2B sales. And I'm going to do several videos over the next few days around this topic and around that theme. Today we're going to cover how to turn leads into customers. Now I know that's a little on the basic side, but stick with me here. These are going to be short videos, and I'm just going to try and keep it fairly high level, but make you think about what your process is. So if you were here a couple minutes ago, I had a little bit of a technical issue, but that's all resolved now. So as always, I've got a slide presentation for you as well. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Here we go. All right. So here we go. When it comes to how to turn leads into customers, there's a few different topics. So number one is understand what your lead is looking for. We're going to cover that. Building a relationship and why that's critical. Offering value. So this is, again, how you're going to turn your leads into customers. Learn from your mistakes because you're not going to do it perfectly every time. And finally, follow up. And I've got some just staggering statistics for you when as it relates to following up. So let's go ahead and get started. So understand what your lead is looking for. Now, every lead has their own unique needs and wants. We all know that. And here at Strategy Simple, we go through a process that we call PainStorming. And by going through a PainStorming exercise, you really can identify what their needs and the wants are and how your relationship with them can be built with that. So by taking the time to really understand what they're looking for, by going through PainStorming, you can really tailor your offering or service to meet their needs. And when you do that, you're really on the upfront, you're reducing that friction in the relationship. So, understanding their needs, doing that, and at the same time, when you reduce that friction, you're also really improving their perception of your authority and your ability to help them at the same time. So make sure that you understand what they're looking for and how your solution can solve that issue. So let's go to the next one. You really want to build a relationship with your lead, right? And everybody, I know that's kind of cliche, but getting to know your lead on a personal level, if they'll allow you, will help you build that trust and make them more likely to do business with you. As you think about it, the whole concept of know, like, and trust is very real. And, everybody tries to accelerate that process, but people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And, by building that relationship, especially the trust thing is really, and the relationship is really a big part of a long-term business relationship. So make sure that you're focusing on that relationship. Do what you can. I always tell people, right? Ask them questions. It comes down to that building that perfect prospect or that perfect client experience. Ask them about them. It's their favorite topic. So let's be honest here. Everybody's favorite topic is themselves. Ask questions about them, and then they'll ask about you. I promise. So, all right, let's go back to the slideshow. Offer value. When it comes to offering value, it's providing helpful information. It's giving them something that they like, that they need. It's not always going to be a discount, but maybe it is a discount. Maybe it's a checklist or a cheat sheet or something like that, or insight into something they didn't know. Maybe it's a recent article that'll make them think a little differently. That article could be from you. That'd be a great idea. But, if you do that, it's going to increase the likelihood of them doing business with you. And, reciprocity, the idea of reciprocity has been a proven topic, and it's acknowledged and accepted as part of the sales and relationship formula. And quite frankly, the idea of reciprocity, getting something in return and then feeling that obligation to you, it's just part of the human DNA. So use that to your advantage, not to be slimy or salesy or whatever, but know that if you help somebody, they're going to want to help you. So if you give them something, they're going to want to give something back to you. So All right, that's enough time on that. Let's go ahead and go back to here. Let's talk about learning from our mistakes. So if you've made a mistake with the prospect, with the client, don't dwell on it. Learn from it. In many cases, I can tell you firsthand that how you deal with the problem, how you deal with a challenge or a mistake, can be a huge factor in building that long-term relationship. When people see how you deal with it and that you didn't freak out or that you did come back and that you did admit that you made a mistake, people are like, wow, he's human. I like him. And it goes back to that know, like, and trust thing, right? So, learn from your mistakes. Don't dwell on it. We're all human. We're going to make mistakes. I made a mistake yesterday, right? And I owned up to it and moved on. And the client said, hey, thanks for taking responsibility for that. And now I think they trust me more. So just know that we are all human and we're going to make mistakes. All right. So moving forward, let's go to follow up. And if you can, automate it. And I'm not going to talk too much today about automation, but following up with your lead after that initial contact will help to keep them engaged in the conversation. A lot of times, if you didn't get a sale or an immediate commitment, then a lot of times they do that. But why should you follow up? Well, folks, I'm going to share some statistics here, and they're terrifying. So I'm just going to start with that, and then I'm going to jump into the statistics and know that we're almost done. All right, here we go. So going to the statistics, why should you follow up? Well, this is from a company called Invest. These are several stats that they did in follow-up things and some other stuff, and this was actually based on a Harvard Business Review study as well. So here we go. 48% of salespeople never even make a single follow-up attempt, right? Think about that for a second. Why should you do it? Because your competitors probably aren't doing it. Oh my gosh. 44% of salespeople give up after one follow-up call. Are you kidding me? 80% of sales require 5 follow-up calls. And get ready for this. 60% of customers will say no 4 times before saying yes. So looking at those stats, you want to know why you should follow up? It's pretty simple, and it comes down to this. Why should you follow up? Because your competitors probably are not following up at all. Just saying. So, all right. So that's what we're going to cover today. How to turn leads into customers. Going back, look at those stats one more time. It just makes my stomach hurt to look at those. And we're going to go ahead and go forward. Look, if you need help with this is a copy of our Organic Growth Acceleration Playbook. A lot of the things that we're doing in here, it starts out with vision and planning. We use our Simple Focus Plan, the book that I wrote several years ago. It's still valid today. We help you create your ideal client profile. We go through the unique value matrix. That's where the PainStorming comes in. We help you create those lead magnets, which is how you're going to offer value. Automation and sales enablement is how we can actually teach you how to follow up and set the automations in place to do that. Talking about that perfect client experience, and then the other stuff in phase 3 with advertising and outreach authority and powerhouse. We're not going to cover that today. So, as always, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, like it. You can always leave a comment. It makes me happy when people comment on my stuff. And finally, share it with a friend. If you want more information, check us out online, strategysimple.com. And with that, we will actually go ahead and say we'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.